Cam Reddin, and this is your homecoming on 2SSR FM.
In the meantime, at 4:25, one of my favourite stories this week. I know we've had a couple of weeks in a row we've talked about these sort of animal stories, but this one's a little bit closer to home than the normal one. My favourite story of this week has to do with a little goat by the name of Vincent. Now, it's not often we talk about goats on this show, but this is the little fella. You may have seen the article in the Leader earlier this week. A little fella that was picked up walking around the streets of Bexley. He was picked up by the Rockdale Council, and he's now resting up at the Sydney Dogs and Cats Home, which is in Carlton. Claire Garth is from the shelter there. She's the spokesperson for the Dogs and Cats Home. Good enough to give me some time on the show. Claire, g'day. How did this all come about? Where did this little guy come from?
Hi, Cam. Look, he came into us via Rockdale Council. A couple of locals in Bexley had seen him running around and thought, not every day you see a goat running around the streets of inner Sydney. Called Council, who we are the pound for, and they brought him into our care.
That must have been a pretty exciting day at work.
Yeah, look, we don't often get goats, and he's a cute little goat too.
I can imagine.
He's just adorable. Yeah. So look, livestock is not something we see a lot of. A lot of the councils we service are inner Sydney, so it's mostly dogs, cats, rabbits, chickens. But occasionally we obviously have a little goat. We've had a lamb before, a couple of sheep actually, and an alpaca once as well.
An alpaca?
An alpaca, yeah. Someone found it further out of Sydney, I think, and they brought it back to the city with them.
I was going to say,
to our care.
It couldn't have just been popping on a bus. Where did all these guys come from? Because these aren't your typical sort of pets you'd see in a backyard or somewhere, are they?
They're really not. And the thing with goats that a lot of people don't understand is they can jump quite high. So he's obviously been in someone's backyard or front yard, and he has escaped, as goats are quite known to do. So he's out for looking for a greener pasture, I think.
No, I don't want to get too serious, but I guess the question has to be asked, because it's not every day a goat pops up in the middle of Bexley, is it quite possible that maybe this guy was dumped from somewhere out of area?
Look, he could have been, and we do get that quite often. People can bring animals in and out of council areas, which does make it really hard to find out where they're actually from and to trace it back to their owners. But we'll never know with Vincent. No one's come forward for him as yet, so he is available for adoption as of now.
Now, the staff there, I want to mention this, the staff have come up with a name for him. It's Vincent Van Goat, is that right?
That's right.
Now,
yes,
I have
that's
to.
Right.
Is this standard practice? The poor guy is going to have to go through the rest of his life with that. We've got kids being called Apple. We've got kids being called Apostrophe.
Look, he joins quite the salubrious list. We had Donald Stump a few weeks ago, and we've had Bunston Bieber in the last couple of weeks.
Bunston Bieber.
Bunston Bieber.
Oh, that's
so
great.
The girls at the front like a bit of a pun name, and from a marketing perspective, when that stuff goes on social media, you find a lot more people getting engaged with the post because they'll just tag a friend and go, how hilarious. And
that's brilliant.
Van Goat. So yeah, it helps to find out animals' homes faster.
Fantastic. Now, speaking, we've got to find him a home. How is that going so far? Has there been any interest at all to this point?
Yeah, look, as you said, he was in the Leader this week, which was lovely of them to run a story on him. So we've had a few people come forward potentially interested in giving him a home. He will need some acreage and another little goat friend or some livestock friends. So it's quite a specific home we're looking for. But yeah, we're positive that he'll have something in the next little while.
And you say he seems to be quite good with people, so it's possible that if you had a bit of space, if you were looking to take him on board, maybe if you had some experience there, he could be one for you.
Absolutely. He loves the cuddle. A lot of the staff are enjoying going in to give him his favourite snack is coriander. So
good on him.
There's a bit of a fight over who gets to give him his coriander because he does give good hugs. So
fantastic. It sounds like a little legend. So what if someone out there's listening, they think that this might be the little guy to take home with them, what can they do to get in touch with you?
Look, they can visit our website, which is sydneydogsandcatshome.org. And they can find Vincent's profile and just shoot us off an inquiry and someone will be back in touch within the next 24 hours.
Fantastic. Well, Vincent Van Goat, hopefully he's got a very good future ahead of him. Claire Garth from the Sydney Dogs and Cats Home, thanks for your time.
No worries. Thanks for having us, Cam.
It's 4:30 on your Friday afternoon. What a story that is. The poor little fella's just wandering around Bexley, minding his own business, and next minute you know, he's named after one of the most famous painters of all time. Hopefully, if you maybe have a little bit of experience with wildlife, get involved, because Vincent Van Goat needs a home. And he's... There you go. He's ready to go. He's ready for a home. Thank you, Soundboard. So if you are looking to, maybe you think you can help out because we do need to find a home for this little bloke, you can get involved, visit their website. I'll chuck the details up on the Facebook page as well. Good on the team at Sydney Cats and Dogs Home as well. I guess that's one of the things working in wildlife and in animal care is that you never know exactly what's going to be presented at the front door. So good on them for taking this little bloke under their wing. He's in good care now. We've got to find him a good home.
Cam Reddin, and this is your homecoming on 2SSR FM.